In this video, let us see the project balance sheet method. Okay, so the project balance sheet is most similar with our previous problem. So that is the working capital equals to current assets minus current liability. But here we are going to take this current assets and current liabilities with the help of the balance sheet. Okay, so the balance sheet is taken as this kind of the figure. So and later on we are going to give a note to this working notes, and so by identifying the current liabilities and the current assets, so we are going to calculate, so by using this formula as the working capital. Okay, so it is most simple. So firstly we have to calculate the balance sheet. So later on that in that balance sheet we have to identify the current assets and current liability. Then we have to calculate the working capital in case of the project balance sheet method. Okay, now let us see the problem. Venkateshwar Limited wishes to know that the amount of working capital which will be required to meet the program they have planned for the year. From the data given below, prepare statement of working capital estimated by projected balance sheet method. Okay, so they have given project balance sheet method. So the issued share capital 5 lakh, 10% debenture 50,000. So fixed assets at cost 1,95,000. And next one, the expected ratio of cost to selling price are raw materials 50%, labor 20%, over 20%, profit 10%. Raw material is kept in store for an average of 3 months. Finished goods are kept in warehouse for approximately 3 months. Production during the previous year was 1 lakh units, and it is planned to maintain this level of activity on the current year also. Each unit of production is expected to be in the process for 1 month. Credit is given by suppliers is 2 months and allowed to customers is 3 months. The credit allowed to customers is 3 months. Next one, selling price is 10 rupee per unit. And the last one, there is regular production and sales cycle. So this is the question, you can see. So this is the end here. So what we need to calculate here, first we need to draw our assets and liability. For that already we have the share capital, debenture and fixed cost. So the other cost like the trade payable means the current assets and current liability we need to calculate in this problem now. Okay, so first we will start with our working note. So as we calculated in the previous method, that is current assets and current liability method, same wise we are calculating but without the help of our table. ಸೊ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಇವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಬಟ್ ಇದನ್ನು ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ನೋಟಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನು ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೊಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ನೋಟ್ 1. ಸೊ ದ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಸಿ. ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರೈಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಸಿ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್, it is selling price. Okay, so the raw materials holds the 50% of the selling price, labor 20% of the selling price, overhead 10% of the selling price. So what is the selling price here? So you can see here, so in the last G as the option, you can see the selling price is 10 per unit. Okay, the same I am going taken here. 50% of 10 is 5, 20% of 10 is 2, so again it is 2, so it will give you the 9 as the total cost. The total cost of our price or the unit is 9. So among this amount we are going to add the profit, that is 10% of the our selling price. So that is also given, the profit 10%. So means 1 rupee. So now I am going to take the rupees 10. So this rupees 10 rupee is taken as these as the differences, that is 10. Okay, now I am going to take the second working note, that is working note is supporting the items to the balance sheet. So that is we are going to calculate the current assets and the current liabilities here. The first one is the stock of raw material. The stock of raw material is taken. So the number of units are 1 lakh. So what is the stock of raw materials price? So it is 5 rupees. Okay, so the same how we used to calculate in the previous, the same wise I am going to take. So 1 lakh units, so 10 rupee, so multiplied by we will get the 10 lakh, sorry it is 5, so I will get the 5 lakh. So the 5 lakh divided by, so what is the period here? I am going to take here. So the raw material kept in a store for 3 months, that is 3 divided by 12. So I will get the amount of, so 1,25,000. Similarly, the stock of finished goods is also 1 lakh multiplied by, what is the price here? The price we have to take here as the total cost. Okay, so 9 we have to take as the 9 lakh. So you just remember how we used to do in the finished goods. It is a combination of raw material, labor and overhead. So that's why the cost will be taken as 9. Okay, so what is the average period? So they have given again the 3 months as the calculation. So if I calculate this one, I will get the 2,25,000. Next one, the stock of work in progress is also same. So because we hold there also the raw material, labor and overhead. So that's why I am going to take the 9 as the total cost. So what is the total period we are going to take under this period is, okay, so here you can see that, so the each unit of production is expected to be in the process for 1 month, means work in progress is taken for 1 month. So divided by 12, so I will get the 75,000. So next one I am going to do with the debtors. So the debtors amount is also same, because it also holds the raw material, labor and overhead, 9 lakh. So what is the credit period for the debtors? So it is credit allowed to customers is 3 months. So 2,25,000 I am going to get. So next one, creditors. So creditors is also same amount, that is 1 lakh. So but here the credit is only taken on the basis of the raw material, because we are only selling these one, right? So that's why we are going only we are purchasing the raw material. So only that we have to take as the 5. So I got the 5 lakh. So what is the credit period for the suppliers? It is 2 months. So I got 1,25,000. Let us see the next one, that is working note number 3, calculation of profit. So hope you understood this second one, calculations. So it is most similar with the previously we solved. So the next one is calculation of profit. So how do we calculate the profit? So the profit is given that the 10% of sales. The sales we need to calculate how? The selling price is given, that is rupees 10. So for this I am going to multiply with my number of units, so that I will get the 10 lakh. Sorry, so that I am going to get the 10 lakh. So the 10 lakh 10% means I am going to get the, so 1 lakh, right? 1 lakh. So in this 1 lakh, so now I have to deduct the value of interest. So interest on debenture. The debenture interest is 10%. So what is the amount? 50,000. 50,000 10%, so means I will get the 5,000. So if I deducted this value, so I will get the 95,000 as the profit. So hope you understood this all working notes here. Okay, now we are going to take our calculation of the statement showing the assets and liabilities. Okay, now I have given the model here. So the particulars, note number, inner amount column and total amount column. So the equity and liabilities and the assets. So this is the new method of solving the assets and liabilities. Hope you know this method. So let us see the problem. Okay, the first one is I am going to take the equities and liabilities. So under that I have the divisions, the heads, that is shareholders fund, long term firm and current liabilities. So under the shareholders fund I have the first item, that is share capital. So I wrote the note number 1 to show this as the what is that. So here also I have the share capital. So that is 5 lakh, the same amount I am going to write in the inner column. Okay, next one, the second one is reserves and surplus. The reserves and surplus, just now we calculated the profit as 95,000. Same I am going to take as the reserves and surplus 95,000. So all together I got the 5,95,000. 5,95,000. Next one I am going to take the long term loans or the borrowings. Under that the long term borrowings is, so the only one item, that is debenture. The 10% debenture is holds with the what is the amount? So the 50,000 directly I am going to write outer the column. The next one, third head is current liability. The current liability holds the only one, that is creditors amount. So what is the creditors amount? So it is also known as trade payable. The creditors amount is, you can see here, 1,25,000. 1,25,000. So now we are going to make the total of these three amount. So that is 5,95,000 plus 50,000 plus 1,25,000. So I got the answer as 7,70,000. So whether we will get the same answer from the assets or not, so let us see. Okay, now I am going to take the assets. Only two partitions are there, that is non-current assets and the current assets. Under the current assets I have the fixed assets. Under that again we have the tangible assets. So I have given the note number for the same, you can see. So the share capital 1, reserves and surplus 2, long term borrowings 3, trade payable 4, fixed assets 5, inventory 6 and trade receivables 7. So now we will go for the tangible assets. The fixed assets they have given here as 1,95,000. Directly I am going to write on the outer column 1,95,000. Okay, now I am going to take the inventories. So the inventories have the sixth column, sixth note, but here we have the three kinds of the inventories, that is stock. So these are the three stocks. So we need to add these all three here. Okay, so this is just a manual process. So we are not showing the any working note for that one. So just see my calculator how I am going to take the prices. The first one is stock materials of the value 1,25,000. Next, stock of finished goods 2,25,000, and next working capital stocks, that is 75,000. All together I got the 4,25,000, that I am going to write in the inner column, 4,25,000. So here if you want you can refer working note number 2. So next one, trade receivables. Trade receivables means debtors. So the debtors amount is how much? It is 2,25,000. So if we add the both, so I got the answer as once again let us see this amount. Okay, so it is showing the different amount. This one just we will see 1 lakh multiplied into 9 lakh. So 3 divided by 12. So the same I have got, but debtors is allowed with the 3 months. Same is taken. So let me give a 1 minute time. Yes, there is a wrong in the question itself. So just we will take this into an other one. So the credit given by the suppliers is 3 months. So the same we have to take here. So that is 2, sorry, it is same 2 and 3. So let me give a 1 minute time. So we will just make the question correctly. The credit suppliers is have the 3 months and allowance to customers is 2 months. Okay, now it is correctly I have done. So that is 9 lakh multiplied by 2 divided by 12 will give the 1,50,000, and creditors side, so it is taken for 3 months. I got the 1,25,000. So the same is taken here, 1,25,000. I am not touching the anything about the my balance sheet. Now I am going to change the only this price, that is 1,50,000. So if I done this error rectification, I will get the 5,75,000 as the amount of total of the current assets. So now I am going to add these two, 1,95,000 plus 5,75,000. So now I got the same answer, that is current assets also holds the 7,70,000. Okay, so this is only the calculation of our assets and liability statement. Okay, now what we need to do? So we need to prove that, so which all are these notes. Okay, notes to accounts. So these has to be proved with our note. Okay, the first one is note to account. So what is the first note here? It is share capital. The share capital has the issued share capital. Issued share capital. So that is the amount 5 lakh and the total is also 5 lakh. So simply we have to write the which is the item and we have to write the total here. The next one is reserves and surplus. The reserves and surplus have the profit and loss. The profit we calculated, that is 95,000. The same is the amount here. There is no other item. So that's why the 95,000 itself is the total here. Okay, next we are going to take the third one, the borrowings. Okay. The borrowings, the long-term borrowings has the 10% debenture. The 10% debenture is having the 50,000 and 50,000 is the total with the note number 3. Okay, next one will go for note number 4, that is trade payable. The same number I have taken here. You also do not skip the number, the same number you have to take. Okay, trade payable is having the item as creditors. So what is the trade creditors amount? So it is 1,25,000. The same amount is going to be taken as the total. Okay, next note number 5 is tangible fixed assets. Under that we don't know which is the actual asset is. So that's why I have given the fixed assets itself as the name. So what is the amount? 1,95,000. The same 1,95,000 is the total here. Okay, next I am going to take the sixth one, that is inventories. Okay, the inventories have the value of stock. Stock is closing stock. Okay, now we have the amount that as the 4,25,000. So here we are not writing about anything about the raw material, labor or the anything like that. So directly we are going to write it as the total amount, 4,25,000. So next one is trade receivables is having the item as debtors. So the debtors amount is how much? It is 1,50,000. The same is going to be totalized here, 1,50,000. Okay, so this ends our balance sheet and its supported accounts. Now let us see the calculation of working capital, that is the actual calculation of our problem solving, right? So what is the formula? Working capital equals to current assets minus current liability. So let us see what is the amount of current assets and current liability. So we'll refer from our balance sheet. So what is the current assets total? Here it is 5,75,000. In case of current liabilities, it is 1,25,000. These two amount now we have to take. So that is current assets is 5,75,000 minus, so the current assets is 1,25,000. So the remained answer is 4,50,000 is the total we wanted as the working capital. So hope you understood the problem. So in the question, hope you understood all the things. So this is very simplest. Only extra what we need to calculate is the only balance sheet and its notes. So hope you understood this problem. So I am not going to take the more problems on this method. So it is very less scoped method. So that's why I am going to wind up this method with this video only. So hope you understood this method. So let us come with the new video with the new day.